What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Rashonology. I am your host, RJD here. And yet again, we are here to talk about something that makes absolutely no sense. But hit the like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as always. And we are here today because we are going to talk about a statue that went up in Times Square of a black woman. And at first, I was like, okay. We got a lot of great black women out here that, would be nice to see represented. We got Michelle Obama. Even if you don't agree with her politics, we got Kamala Harris. We got, who's another black, plenty of black athletes. Serena Williams comes to mind off the top of my head. We have plenty of black women that could have been represented in Times Square. But instead, we got a statue of a fictional character that actually makes zero sense. And I still don't know why they put this thing up. So let's see what we got going on in Times Square.
Even Honest Abe, even Frederick Douglass, Christopher Columbus, Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington, even Honest Abe, even Frederick Douglass all got torn down. Statues are important. They tell the American story. But the left wants to desecrate and forget our heroes and erect their own statues. In Times Square, a giant statue of a black woman just went up. And when I heard about the statue, I was open-minded.
First of all, first things first. At first glance,
American heroes come in.
At first glance. Let me mute this real quick. At first glance, what are we doing? So this is what somebody thought would be a good representation of black women. Oh, did it mess me up? It kicked me out. This is what somebody thought. No, we don't want that. This is what somebody thought would be a good representation of black women. Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
For Columbus, to get a statue meant to contrast the statues of white men in Times Square, like Father Duffy, a World War I hero, who actually says she's a fictional character who's meant to contrast the statues of white men in Times Square, like Father Duffy, a World War I hero, who actually accomplished something. The artist calls this fake lady a modern-day David. The contrapost.
What?
Nope.
Nope. Not agreeing with that.
The pose of her body and the ease of her stance is a subtle nod to Michelangelo's David. Huh.
No, it's not. Why are you lying?
Nope.
Stop it. Get some help.
This is not a subtle nod to Michelangelo's David. Somebody thought it would be a good idea to put a black woman that looks like she's overweight, looks like she's got a angry, irritating face, not smiling, and somebody thought that this would be a good idea to put in the middle of Times Square so that when little black girls see this, a little black boy see this, they can look up and see this is the representation. This is what you should strive to be like. This is your representation. Let me ask you a question. This person ain't even real. I thought we had to earn statues. Dwayne Wade has a statue. That makes sense to me. Multi-time NBA champion Dwayne Wade. Michael Jordan has a statue. That makes sense to me. Michael Jordan, 6 for 6, no game 7. No game 7s. We understand that. Rocky has a statue in Philly. Philly, notorious for boxing. Philly is a boxing state, is a city of brotherly love. Those Rocky movies have probably made billions upon billions of dollars in the box office. Sylvester Stallone playing that character, that's an iconic character from the 80s and 90s. That makes sense to me. What is this? You could have put a statue of Oprah. That would have made sense. You could have put a statue of Michelle Obama. That would have made sense. You could have put a statue of Serena Williams. That would have made sense. But you put a fictional freaking person that doesn't even exist. Who is this representing? with the resting bitch face, with the food pie hanging out, with the who this is what you think black women look like? This is what you think black girls should aspire to be. This is what you think of black women. Whoever put this up, this is what they think. Black women, this is what they think of you. The resting bitch face. What do you want? The attitude. This is what they think of you. This is what they think represents you. Not nice, not soft, not polite, not pretty. No, this is what they think of you. Not soft-spoken. This is what they think of you right here.
David was a celebration of the human form. Not sure what the statue's celebrating. If you were going to put up a fake statue, why not make her happy and healthy? Not slap a big scowl on her face and her hands on her hips.
I have not seen this video. Did I not just say that?
Nope.
Did I not just say that? This is the representation that they want the world to see. Whose idea was this? This is stupid.
You stupid.
Out of all the actual famous black women who have accomplished so much in life, this is the bullshit they put in Times Square. And then people wonder why when black men or black women, well, we're not talking about the men right now. People wonder why when black women go into places, they get looked at funny because this is what people see as your representation. So when you come into their store, they already think you got a freaking attitude. They already think you're overweight and unhealthy. You may or may not be. They already think you got a nasty ass attitude because this is your representation. And this is what is allowed to be put up to represent you around the world. So when you encounter people who don't really encounter black women like that, this is what they're going to think of you before you even open your mouth.
You stupid.
This is what they want us to aspire to be. If you work hard, you can be overweight and anonymous. They don't like real statues because it reminds them of our society's merit-based system. They want a society based on equity, where achievement isn't celebrated, equal outcomes are. So they celebrate mediocrity instead of triumph. Our nation has hundreds of statues honoring black Americans, as we should. Harriet Tubman, Duke Ellington, Jackie Robinson, Rosa Parks. We could go on and on and on. But they've built a statue in Times Square. They could have done it for Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris or Oprah Winfrey. Usually you have to earn a...
Swear to God, I haven't seen this. I swear to God, this is my first time watching this.
statue. I'd give one to Jalen Brunson. He's carrying the Knicks on his back.
On his back. Captain Clutch 2.0 right here.
One but a fake lady. So what does New York think about the DEI statue?
Please, God, no. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God.
Do you know who this woman is?
No.
I have no idea, no.
Nope. I have no idea, no.
No, I do not.
Do you have any idea of maybe something that she accomplished that got her a statue?
Something with equal rights? I don't know.
Something to do with like the black community?
Part of the BLM movement? What if I told you she accomplished nothing?
Really?
It's supposed to embody everybody. Does that make sense to you?
What? That's an L. That shit don't embody everybody. Get out of here with that garbage.
No.
I think I feel totally represented by that.
You do?
No.
I feel like it's a good representation for New York, especially because it's towards the BBW women and a lot
I'm sorry,
of
what's BBW?
big black, like the big black women.
What do you think about her pose?
What?
You stupid.
Is that a good pose?
No, I don't think she's happy to be here.
People are comparing it to Michelangelo's David. How do you think it stacks up?
She's wearing more clothes. She's not naked. No.
Would it be better if she were?
That's a tough question.
Who do you think she voted for?
I would say Trump. I think she voted for Trump.
Probably Kamala.
Why do you think that?
Black Lives Matter.
Probably didn't vote
Why?
because she's stuck here the whole day. She couldn't get to the polls.
How does she make you feel?
Like a baddie.
What a beautiful.
She's like, I feel like a baddie because this chick ugly. The statue is ugly as hell.
Peace standing in the middle of Times Square. What a beautiful time.
Jimmy Fail is the host of Fox News Saturday Night.
Michelangelo's David. It's more like Michelangelo's Lizzo, if we're going to be honest. And when I say Michelangelo, I mean the migrant dressed as the Ninja Turtle, Michelangelo.
Oh, that Michelangelo.
That's hanging out in Times
the
Square.
one that my son plays with.
Amen. Everything wrong with liberals is they're into slacktivism over activism, meaning this is supposed to be outreach to the minority community, changing a statue. But you don't improve test scores or lower crime by changing what a pigeon goes potty on in the park, because that's ultimately what a statue, that's its impact on society, is it's a restroom for things that fly. But you understand, it's called, I love this, I looked at the placard, it's called Grounded in the Stars. That's what this is supposed to mean.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a fancy way of saying you're grounded in weed and bum pee, because what is in Times Square right now? And if you wanted to make a statue that memorialized the women of Times Square, it would be a hooker with an Adam's apple. Let's be honest. This is embarrassing.
It's insulting.
Yeah, he's cracking jokes, but at the end of the day, yeah, this is stupid. This is stupid. This does not represent black women. Black women should not aspire to be overweight, resting bitch face looking chick. No, this is not what black women should aspire to be. This is absolute garbage, absolutely horrible. And how was this even allowed to get made and put up? This just shows this is what people think of you, black women. When they see you, this is what they think of you. No matter what you look like, no matter how nice you are, this is what they think of you right here in 4K. Absolute garbage. All right, I'm out of here, y'all.